The Chicago Bears are heading into one of the most intriguing seasons in recent memory. With a fresh coaching staff led by head coach Ben Johnson and the arrival of rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, the Bears' offense already looks like a unit reborn. The recent preseason clash against the Buffalo Bills offered more than just another August matchup. It served as a sneak peek into how this team intends to reshape its identity. From the very first drive, fans in Soldier Field witnessed something they had long been craving: efficiency, rhythm, and execution from the Bears' offense. For years, Chicago has been criticized for slow starts and sputtering possessions, often waiting until mid-game to find momentum. But under Johnson, things appear to be shifting. On that opening drive against Buffalo, Chicago marched down the field with confidence and capped it off with a touchdown. That one possession symbolized something bigger. It showcased an offense finally capable of setting the tone instead of chasing it. At the center of this transformation is Caleb Williams. While still just a rookie, his poise was evident. Analysts pointed out how he repeatedly planted his back foot and delivered the football on time, playing within the design structure of the offense. This was not the Caleb Williams known in college for backyard football and improvisation. This was a quarterback adapting quickly to an NFL scheme and thriving in it. As Williams gains confidence, the expectation is that he will eventually balance structure with creativity, knowing when to follow Johnson's design and when to let his natural instincts take over. Yet, as exciting as the quarterback's development is, the real headline of the week has been the wide receiver battle brewing between Luther Burden and Alamide Zakos. Both players have been flashing during training camp and preseason, and their fight for the number 3 receiver spot has turned into one of the most entertaining storylines of the summer. Ben Johnson's mantra is simple: no block, no rock. In other words, if you don't block, you don't get the ball. This standard is clear, and it is already shaping how the receiver competition is unfolding. In the Bills game, Burton delivered a massive block on cornerback DeMar Hamlin that helped spring running back Britton Brown for a 1-yard touchdown. Plays like that go beyond stats. They build trust with coaches and teammates. Johnson rewarded Burton with 3 targets, all of which he converted into catches for 49 yards. His performance, particularly his ability to slip tackles and create yards after the catch, reminded fans why the Bears are so high on his potential. Meanwhile, Zakos has been making his case in a different way through chemistry with Caleb Williams. Their connection was evident on Chicago's first touchdown drive when Zakos hauled in a 36-yard score. That play wasn't just about speed or route running, it was about trust. When Williams needed a reliable target, Zakos delivered. His NFL experience, spanning multiple teams across 4 seasons, has given him the maturity to step into a key role, and Johnson has taken notice. For Chicago fans, this battle is not just about 2 players fighting for snaps. It represents something bigger: depth and competition within a receiving room that has often lacked both. Beyond the wide receiver duel, the Bears showcased several other offensive bright spots against Buffalo. Rookie tight end Colston Loveland made his presence felt, proving that he can be a reliable option in the passing game. Alongside veterans, his role as a developing safety blanket for Williams cannot be underestimated. As the season nears, Loveland looks poised to carve out meaningful snaps in 2 tight end sets, giving Johnson even more flexibility in his play calling. The preseason game also underscored a vital aspect of Williams' development: his ability to adapt to NFL speed and structure. Williams himself admitted after the win that he has grown significantly over the past month. His mindset, he said, has always been about constant improvement, and his words carried weight. I think the idea is to be able to handle everything Coach Johnson throws at me. That's where my focus is, handling everything and getting better every day. This growth was visible. Williams played with timing and confidence, moving the offense efficiently down the field. Even when drives stalled, there was a noticeable difference compared to years past. This was not an offense lost in confusion. Instead, it was an offense still learning, still sharpening, but moving forward with intent. While Caleb Williams' development naturally takes center stage, players like Burden and Zakos are making equally compelling cases for themselves. Burden, despite missing early camp time with a soft tissue injury, has shown maturity beyond his years. Coaches noted how he stayed engaged even when sidelined, arriving early to meetings, staying late after practice, and maintaining a positive attitude. That mindset is paying off as he makes the most of his preseason reps. His block against Hamlin and his ability to create space on an out route for a 29-yard gain were reminders that his impact goes beyond raw numbers. Zakos, on the other hand, brings something equally valuable: experience and reliability. In Johnson's offense, the slot receiver role is critical. It requires someone who can be trusted to be in the right place at the right time, someone who can make tough catches in traffic and keep drives alive. Zakos is proving he can be that guy. His touchdown catch against Buffalo wasn't just a highlight, it was a statement. And then there's the offensive line. Often overlooked in preseason conversations, their early cohesion deserves recognition. Without solid pass protection and run blocking, none of these highlights would exist. The ability of this group to give Williams a clean pocket and open running lanes was a big reason the Bears controlled the game from start to finish. Before we move on to even bigger Bears news, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a single Chicago Bears update. This community is growing fast, and you don't want to be left out. The Bears' 31-0 domination of the Buffalo Bills may have been just a preseason game, but it carried symbolic weight. For a fan base accustomed to frustration, inconsistency, and missed opportunities, this performance felt like a turning point. It wasn't just the scoreline, it was the way Chicago played. From the opening whistle, the Bears looked organized, focused, and aggressive. They played like a team that expects to win, not one hoping to survive. Caleb Williams set that tone, and his teammates followed. The rookie's ability to play within structure gave the offense rhythm. His growing chemistry with Zakos offered a glimpse of what could become a dangerous connection. Burden's physicality and playmaking reminded fans that he may be the future at receiver. Loveland flashed potential as a young tight end ready to develop alongside his quarterback. And the offensive line quietly did its job, keeping everything on schedule. Head coach Ben Johnson deserves credit for instilling a clear identity so quickly. His mantra of accountability, block if you want the ball, already seems to be resonating. In past years, the Bears often felt like a team searching for direction. Now, they look like a team with a plan. Every player, from rookie to veteran, knows the standard. Of course, challenges remain. Burton still has ground to make up after missing valuable training camp reps. Williams, despite his progress, is still learning how to read NFL defenses and adjust on the fly. The offensive line will need to maintain consistency against tougher competition in the regular season. And the defense, while dominant against Buffalo, will need to prove it can sustain that level of play week after week. But here's the truth. For the first time in a long time, optimism around the Bears feels justified. This is not blind hope, it's grounded in evidence. The pieces are starting to fit together. The roster battles, particularly at wide receiver, are a sign of depth. The quarterback looks ahead of schedule in his development. The coaching staff has already established a clear vision. Final thoughts: the Chicago Bears' preseason performance against the Buffalo Bills wasn't just about one game, it was about setting the foundation for the future. Caleb Williams showed poise and growth. Luther Burden and Alamide Zakos gave fans an entertaining roster battle to watch, and Ben Johnson's offensive philosophy was on full display. For once, Bears fans can look at their team and see real progress instead of just potential. Yes, it's only preseason. Yes, there is still a long road ahead. But this Bears team looks different. They look prepared. They look confident. And most importantly, They look like they're ready to turn the page on years of frustration. So, Bears fans, be excited. The season is right around the corner, and the energy in Chicago is unlike anything we've seen in years. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. Bear down.